Showing ball joints for a Polaris RZR. Going to show install and removal in your A-arms. They are a maintenance item. Using a simple jig. Your manual does refer to fabbing something on your own. They do not refer to pressing it correctly at your Polaris dealer. So I guess they presume that we fix these at home, which is the case. 1 1/4 short of pipe. You can either do it in a vise or find a flange, screw it on. What do you know? You could do it right there. Alright, let's get on with it. Start with your A-arm bore cleaned up. This is an interference fit. You want integrity in that joint. Mine were freshly powder coated, so you see some shavings. You can clean up with some power. Do it by hand with that thing, a little sandpaper maybe, or borrow your kid's roto-tool kit. Regarding insertion, some people talk about freezing. I say poppycock. These are really small, and you need an industrial freezer anyway. Manual makes no reference to using anti-seize or grease for insertion. Pretend that I use grease, I will. This is just a demo. Alright, let's get going. First off, make sure you know which way your arm is going to go. Get that thing kind of tapped in there square before you go to your jig. Make sure that it's not cattywampus. Chuck up your piece of pipe, and it does fit pretty good. Maybe get it going just a little bit more, then some tap locks or whatever you can find. Do it square. You may need a third arm. Find a friend. For removal, it's just the opposite. That thing fits in there pretty good. Tap it out. Removal is about the same way. They go in fairly easy. Removal isn't too bad either. What's inside of a ball joint? Well, let's take a look. I did cut one open. No surprise, it is a ball joint, spherical ball. It rotates that away and that away. Let's take that rubber boot off for a second. The ball is embedded in a bed of molded plastic or resin. I cut this intentionally so you could see the sprue joint, the sprue hole where the injection mold. And then to retain that, I think it's a cold-headed operation to press it in. The piece that I cut away, you see that molded material. It breaks right out. It's very hard. It's more of a thermoset type of plastic, not a thermoform, which means it breaks, not bends. These are a maintenance item. They really do take a beating inside of there, so that's why you have to maintain them. A little further maintenance. I had just purchased this needle tool. Never done it before. Had this thing kind of laying around for years. Doesn't get used, so it'll be a dedicated item. Insert a little grease up inside of the boot for grease. Just a general purpose grease. I don't believe in marine grease. We do not live by salt water around here. So inject that up, do your best, and that's probably just about all you can do. All right. Next on Tech Talk, grease zerks.